welcome to Expression Mode on Groove Radio Detroit. And what is this? My episode 6. Just want to let you know you can watch GrooveRadioDetroit.com/media. You can also go on to the Facebook page on Groove Radio Detroit. Live chat with us on Groove Radio Detroit, or also on twitch.tv Groove Radio DET. Our studio hotline is 248-854-9850. Again, that's 248-854-9850. For more information, to be a guest, submit music, sing content, or sponsor the show, you can please contact me at info@ShavonMoore.com. That's Shavon, SHAVONNE, Moore, MOORER. Without further ado, I want to give y'all a shout out to all my homies out there. You know how they be. But yeah, I want to let y'all know I have 2 amazing guests this evening. I have Rosco Davis, and I also have Daun Green. Some amazing best friends. So I just want to let y'all know, how is it? How did you get started into what it is that you are purposely doing now? As far as you, Rosco, I know that you're a photographer, you're a model, you do everything.
I just started claiming that model title within the last year
and he does film.
Yes.
Should I keep going? Because I'll be going forever.
No, keep going.
I just say I'm a visual artist. That's what I mainly say. It kind of encompasses everything that I do, which is modeling, acting, directing, filmmaking, painting. You know, the list goes on.
Okay.
Poet sometimes as well. So I'm not a rapper though. I just
all of into the creativity. That's
absolutely,
what's up. That's
absolutely.
what I love that. I love that. So we gonna get into that later. And Miss Daun Green.
Rosco, why did you look at me like that? Like,
it's your turn.
So the way that I started, I don't know if you know about me. I was gonna wait.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Keep going.
Keep going. Okay. So the way that I started with Dusk Till Dawn as a wardrobe stylist, image consultant, fashion show producer is that I was the talent. I was a model.
Okay.
So starting off modeling first gives you pretty much a forecast of what it is that you would expect or what you want to be treated as a model. And then from that, I started styling. Right. So when I'm backstage at a photo shoot or at a fashion show, I'm noticing that the designer is taking heed to what someone's potentially saying, what shoes I should wear, what accessories I should wear. And I'm like, well, dang, this person is really making my look a look before I hit the runway, before I get in front of the photographer. So I decided to start shadowing this particular wardrobe stylist. Mm-hmm. And from shadowing her, hey, Emma, that's one of my mentors.
Hey.
She had me go to a fashion show, work the fashion show, and I fell in love with it, like from beginning to end. Because a fashion show, your call time for a crew is like 7 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
just to get everything started.
Right.
From hair and makeup to make sure everything is to a T, how the designers are coming in, setting up the wardrobe rack. So I enjoyed that process. Then from there, I got the opportunity to produce a fashion show, which was my first fashion show for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and that was a success. And then from there, it was just, hey, Dawn, can we book you for a fashion show to produce the show? Ooh. Then after I did that, I also had the opportunity to work with a celebrity artist here in Detroit with my big bro, Beezy, and I've been working with Beezy ever since, from doing video shoots, music videos, to movies.
What kind of music does he do?
He used to shoot a lot of the rap artist videos here in Michigan, and across the states. Like, he went to Cali, he went to LA, well, of course LA is in Cali, New York, Miami, but now he doesn't shoot music videos anymore. But he was and still is like the Hype Williams of music videos in Detroit. So I highly recommend you guys have him on here. Shameless plug.
Okay.
But also from me shooting music videos from him, then he decided to start a movie. He wrote a movie, Wait the Movie, and from there we just been making movies, and I've been the lead wardrobe over the wardrobe department for all our movies.
That's awesome. Well, we're going to get into that as well.
Okay.
So I want to know how y'all became best friends. So did y'all grow up together? Did y'all go to school, church? Did y'all meet on a project? How did that come about?
We met on Walk.
Yeah.
Actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We met
How
doing
long
Walk.
ago?
Well, now I'm about to start telling.
They're talking about Walk Fashion Show. It's an independent organization for independent models. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think
Shout
it
out
was
Deshaun.
Shout out Deshaun and
Franklin.
Yeah,
everybody.
shout out.
Jelly.
What's the deal, Jelly? I believe it was actually my first year of modeling, which is I want to say 2015, 2016.
Okay.
You old, Rosco.
I'm old. I'm old. Can't tell nobody my age.
Okay.
But it was my first second fashion show, and I was like mad nervous doing it, and like I was behind the stage. We was all getting ready for the actual show, and I had seen Daun around, and we just started talking. She was getting me ready for everything. When we've been friends ever since.
That's
Working each other
awesome.
on video shoots, working together on different projects. She's always calling me every fashion show. She's always letting me know, like, hey, you in my fashion show, right?
Yeah.
Like,
That's awesome.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not doing anything else. Why not?
Right.
Like, I don't ask. I just, I'm going to assume the sale. So, hey, you're going to do this right.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty
Exactly.
much how it goes. And on top of that, she's had me do a lot of video projects with her. I did a documentary which we're still working on, and I did one for her mom that was a part of the whole breast cancer awareness fashion show. I ended up doing a painting for the show, which ended up being sold to.
And this is the fashion show you was talking about.
This is another fashion show, but he
Okay.
can continue.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a lot of fashion shows. Go ahead.
We've done a lot of work together. A lot of work. Whenever she needs me, I'm like, Johnny on the spot, and
Likewise, for sure.
she's
Right.
definitely been there for me whenever I've needed her, and vice versa. And we just been kind of grew up and kind of became best friends. She's definitely helped me in this modeling industry. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be considering myself a model, honestly.
Aw.
That's so sweet.
That's so
Yeah.
sweet. We knew you were a model since Walk. That's okay.
That's crazy.
Wow. So when y'all were in Walk, did it provide you the opportunity to do another fashion show with them again, or do y'all just go to their fashion shows, or what? How did that go?
I've been to a few of the other ones, mainly just as a spectator, but for the most part, I mainly have had opportunities to be in other shows since then. So it's kind of like helped me,
The
build
ins
up my
and outs?
confidence. Yeah, network and things like that, and it even helped me with. Networking in regards to like my paintings, my photography, even films, so it was definitely like that
Platform for you.
platform.
Yeah, likewise for myself. I know from my experience with Walk, that's how I connected with Daun Berry, which is a very, very, very well-known designer here in Detroit. If you haven't worked with her, Daun Berry is amazing with couture gowns.
Oh wow.
Yes, so I started working with Daun Berry at that fashion show, my first time at Walk as a wardrobe stylist, and from there with Daun Berry, I was able to work with many, many, many other different gospel singers throughout the city of Detroit, just by me connecting with her and styling them for potential photo shoots or with them also doing music videos. And then of course when they did the fashion shows at the Coach churches, I was there, which was a good time because you ain't never been to a fashion show unless you've been to a Coach fashion show. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
All right, for sure. You okay? All right. So and then also once you do Walk, you become Walk family. I say after like the first or second year, definitely the second year. So I attend pretty much all their
So
fashion
y'all
shows.
both were models in the fashion show when y'all met, right?
I was a model. She was a stylist for the show.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
so he was doing the modeling. I already hung up my heels, and I was like, I'm behind the scenes. This is going to
Okay.
be fun just to see how everything, pretty much comes into fruition because you see all the hard work, and you're a part of all the hard work, and then to actually see it come about is amazing from the backstage portion of it. But you know, the models, they just moving because I can say that because I use the model.
What's the largest fashion show you've done as far as the amount of models you've worked with at one show? Has it been like 50 or has it been 100?
I would say when I did the city airport show a few years ago, that had to be the largest amount of models that we worked with the DTD team. So we had to have over 100 models.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was a lot of models backstage.
Were you the only fashion stylist, or did they have other fashion stylists as well?
I was the only fashion show producer.
Really?
That was her show.
That was my
Wow.
show. Yeah. Thank you, Jesus. So if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't been able to make it through. But it was
Okay.
myself, and as well as a fashion show producer. But then my wardrobe leads for that show was Emma and Eugene. And from them, having them, if you have good wardrobe leads, like for sure, for any fashion show producer, they help keep everything organized for your designers backstage, what makes the show run smoother
Right.
as a fashion show producer. So with them, B. Simone as my beauty lead, it was ching, 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 easy,
Right.
for sure. We made it look very easy. Backstage, I was sweating bullets, though.
Wow.
Because you don't know. You having a fashion show. This is your first time doing a fashion show inside a Coleman A. Young hangar.
Mm-hmm.
And then you open up these curtains and you have over 200 plus guests
Yes,
than
right.
you expected. I was like, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all right. We got to make sure we put on a dang on good show today. So,
Right.
yeah.
With your fashion styling as a personal stylist, do you ever make garments yourself, or do you just stick with piecing wardrobe together?
Piece and wardrobe together. I have worked with designers who have sketched up pieces for me, and that's more so when I do bridal
Okay.
and styling a bride for a wedding, and that's when the custom designs come in. But sometimes with with costume designing too for movies, because some pieces I have had designed for the leading actors or the supporting actors in a movie, just because I wanted to give a staple piece in particular scene. So yeah.
Okay, cool. So also too, for you, Rosco, I know we actually went to the same high school, Detroit.
Detroit School of Arts.
Really?
Yup, yup.
Yes.
A couple of
Shout out to DSA.
DSA.
Yeah.
Yes.
Class of,
So
well,
it's
I'm
so
class
many
of
years
2010.
apart, but you know, what did you major in when you was there?
I was an actor my first year.
Oh, really?
Yes. I started out as an actor, and then I would say going into my sophomore year is when I got Golightly Career and Technical Center. So that's when I started learning about radio and television. You know, a lot of the set design, a lot of the ins and outs of running an audio board, like my man's over here. You know, running a successful radio show and a successful TV show. Even had to interview some celebrities. Interviewed Jeremiah Wright, Vivica A. Fox, Hill Harper, Morris Chestnut. Actually, all of them at the
Was
same
that
time.
Golightly?
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
Yes.
Is that that's a school, isn't it?
It was it's like
or
a career tech center.
Okay.
So it's like a trade.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like a
cool.
Votech center.
Nice.
Put me up
Yeah.
on game on
Yeah.
something. Okay, that's kind of cool.
I want to go back to school. Do they still have that?
Nah, unfortunately,
Why? I'm over here like, really? I
think,
didn't even know that they even had that.
Yeah.
I think they stopped it. I want to say going into my my senior year, like right after my senior year is when they stopped it. So
Dang.
unfortunately, started keeping it strictly because they ended up turning Golightly into Davis Aerospace. So unfortunately, like a lot of the the students didn't have that opportunity that we did, but I still can keep in touch with a lot of the teachers that I still that taught me what I am doing now. I still keep in touch with them. Shout out to Miss Hughes, shout out to Dennis Moore. Whoop whoop.
What do you pride the most as far as what it is that you do? Do you like photography better? Do you like modeling better? Do you like film and directing? What is it that the
My
number
first
one,
love.
What's your first love?
My first love it's got to be filmmaking. Honestly,
Really?
yes.
Okay.
If it wasn't for filmmaking, I feel like painting has always been a part of me. Drawing,
He's an awesome painter.
Thank you,
You're
thank you.
welcome.
I actually have a show coming up soon. I'll talk about it more later.
Okay.
But Filmmaking. If it wasn't for filmmaking, honestly, like I've always been a natural storyteller since I was, 3 years old. So any way I could tell a story, I was trying to do that.
Right.
And when I was in high school, I started winning awards for some of the stories that I was writing, shooting, directing, and all that stuff.
So you do a lot of writing too?
Yes. I write, shoot, edit, direct a lot of my own material.
Yes.
Yeah.
Poetry class. Poetry class. Yes. That's awesome.
Not trying to be like cocky or anything like that. It's just like I'm
you love.
That's definitely for sure. But it's always been like I'm a perfectionist, and I just feel like I know how I want this certain angle, how I want this certain scene to go. So I'd rather just be behind the scenes. If I have to be in front of the scenes, like I will, but I prefer to be behind the scenes.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Daun.
Yo.
So I know you have your business, Dusk Till Dawn.
Yes.
Woo woo.
What is it that your business specializes in?
Well, we're a fashion firm. So I consider myself a fashion curator, meaning that if you put me in a room full of anything fashion, if it's a movie production, if it's a music video, if it's costume designing, if it's me styling, freestyling for streetwear, couture, with God's will, I will be able to fully exceed my expectation as well as my client's expectation. So we can't just narrow ourselves in one box.
Okay, exactly.
Okay? And then also by us being a fashion firm, we're able to outsource or actually, just advise people on different avenues. If we can't provide them the services, then we can recommend you to somebody else.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
And I know you most recently did a all men's fashion show.
Yes.
I heard it was a really good turnout.
It was good. Look at Rosco. He's excited because he was in the fashion show.
Okay.
It was an amazing turnout. That was the first time that I know of that male models were put on a platform just to highlight just all men. Even with us doing the pre-production for the commercials that Rosco shot. We included some of the models in it, but me being who I am, it's a man's world, but it wouldn't be nothing without a girl or a woman. So I definitely ended it for my styling segment. Sorry, that was my camera alert for me. Sorry if it flashed in your eyes.
Oh, you're good.
Okay.
Good.
But for me, we ended it with women. I styled some of my veteran women who I worked with since the beginning because that was my last fashion show producing. Because I have other things that I have to.
You're not gonna be doing no fashion shows producing anymore?
If someone hires me, yeah. But when I produce a
Because
fashion,
I really was over here like, is she gonna have it again? How often has she done it, or is this her first time? Really? Okay.
yeah, I
Doing like 4, right?
yeah,
4 or 5?
4 or 5. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that was our 5th one. For
Okay.
sure.
For the all men's fashion show?
The all men's one was the
okay.
5th one, and as of now, that's the last one. And yeah, I saw women in men's tuxedo jackets, like blazers, suit coats, and vests, just to show how a woman, if you went out the night before and you want to go out again, but you don't have no clothes to change into, you could take that skirt, put on a mesh top, and just take beige blazer and just go out and have a good time,
Right.
in situations of those sorts that sometimes us ladies find ourselves into.
Okay. What do you think is missing, from the fashion world?
In the world or here?
Both. You can
Okay.
separate it if you want to.
Okay. I think in the fashion world, what is missing, it's just more people that look like us. Everyday us, like people. I get that the ready to wear hasn't really taken off like I think it should for when it comes to our designers who can make couture as well make ready to wear pieces. They're only highlighting more of the couture pieces. And when you think about it, European designs are not really made essentially for a woman that's curvy. And when you try on European shoes, you're looking at your feet, those Louis Vuittons for sure. I know. I have a pair and I still question, do my feet look right in these? Because I'm looking down and it just does not fit my foot to me.
Right. I heard they had this model. She had to put on a fat suit to make her look even like a whole totally different
Yeah.
person. I'm like, they actually do that?
Fashion Nova.
Why can't you just hire someone at that size that you want? Why would you disportion somebody else to look like someone else totally different? Like,
Yeah, I shame myself if I ever shop on Fashion Nova just for like a quick outfit, because Fashion Nova steals designs from independent Black designers.
I've been hearing that.
As well as that Fashion Nova is one for certain website that I know that they put their models in fat suits, curvy
Seriously?
suits to put
Crazy
the
how I
gown.
brought that up.
Yeah, they put the pieces on, and I ordered a dress recently. Told you I shamed myself, but I had the dress altered because I'm a medium, but this dress was fitting me like it was a small, and I was like, so let me go back and look at this video. Like, look at the video of the girl with the gown on, walking, and it's not my cookies was hanging out, and I wasn't having that, so I had to take it to a designer, and I gave the designer credit because this isn't how it looks on the website, because the reason it looks like this on the website is because that young lady had on a suit that made her look like how I'm built naturally, right? So, so I haven't shopped on Fashion Nova since January. But shout out to and kudos to anyone else who loves to shop out there. I know they definitely have really good jeans for tall girls, but no, it's a no for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
How has it been for your experience as a male model in fashion?
It's been cool. I've definitely had my share of just being able to rock with a lot of like designers that I've always wanted to rock with, even work with people that I've always wanted to work with, like Daun, like Latrice, like Marv. Recently we worked together on Light Up Liver Noise. Shout out to Marv Neal. Yeah, that's my guy right there. But it's been interesting because I'm shaped different, in a good way.
What you mean you shape different?
He fun size.
Because I'm not tall enough. I'm not buff enough. But
they got slim models just like we was talking off record. You want to go to New York. All them the models is small.
Because I can go back to what else is missing here. So go ahead.
Okay.
But
I mean, I just feel like because I have broad shoulders because I used to play ball.
Okay,
so
let's talk about that later.
With that, it's just like I've been told that I can rock like European looks more than I can like the the average Fashion Nova look or
So have you done different type of styles, or has it only been like suits and urban wear, or have you done
recently? When I did Michigan Fashion Week, I did have a couple of designs that were out of the box.
He did.
One of which was by Barb. I want to say that I was the Black Othello. I had on a double-breasted blazer and I wore a kilt, and it was
that's different.
definitely different.
He had those legs out, ladies.
Oh yeah, I didn't skip leg day that day. I couldn't. But the other one was my other favorite look was by Gina, and it was just like to work with Gina and to work with Barb in the same show, because I had worked with Gina previously in Dawn's show. It was just amazing. Like those two designers were like my favorite designers that I had worked with. Usually I work with streetwear, and also shout out to Sweat. Lena, Meg was happening. I always loved them. I got a chance to work with them for Dawn's show as well. Got a chance to work with William Palmer, Kay Walker, homies, another fellow DSA alum, Kay Walker.
Okay.
It's just been really cool to just really network with and really just find my niche. I can't say that I've found like my favorite, but to be able to just work with everybody has just been dope.
That's cool. So I had this thought, right?
Okay.
And maybe I could be wrong. Why don't they have pageants for men? I happened to think about that. I'm like, we have pageants for women all day, every day, for little kids up to grown folks. I never hear about pageants for men, even if it's not a pageant, something.
Well, to touch on what Dawn was saying earlier, you know, we don't really get our just due. You know, we
Dawn
there.
over there like,
Yeah, we there, but you know, really, people come to see the women. You know, in any fashion show,
They do.
Yeah.
mostly they come to see the women.
But we made it about you guys on May 12th, and they came to see you guys.
Definitely.
Sure. You can see it in the pictures where the women are looking. Like, I came here for these men and these men only.
Oh yeah,
and that's an amazing thing.
a few of them was trying to, you know, risk it all for the dudes. You know, it was cool. There's photos that shows it.
Yeah, they were. It was good to hear the feedback, and also the way that the male models set up the backstage to me, which I thought was really, really cool, was you know, like when it's game day and the Pistons are out and they about to, like, you know, they line up they supporting players, because I don't watch sports no more, so y'all gonna have to bear with me, okay? This is my
Gotcha.
girly version. And you know, like, all the players come out, the starting five, they come out, or the star players, and everybody clapping them up on the outside of the team. That's what they were doing. So when they went out on the runway, the male models was on the right and the left, right? When they came back, they was like, yeah, bro, yeah, clapping it up.
That's what's
And so then you
up.
coming back and you just doing high fives coming back. I
That's
was like,
kinda
that's so cool. Like, you don't get that
That's
when it's
what's
a
up. You
mixed
need
group
that energy.
of male and female models. Like, you don't get that type of energy, and that energy alone, to me, I was like, that's boosting the morale. And then when we did the athletic brand to start off the show, all the male models, bless their hearts, they followed a strong diet until they did the show, because they started doing push-ups and sit-ups before they had to go out there and rock the athletic brands. And if they knew the next look had them, you know, buttoned down, open, they were like, okay, yeah, I gotta hit these crunches. I was like, are y'all serious?
How about to have me out here with my gut out? You know what I mean?
Like, and they was like, I'm not eating Dawn until after. I was like, okay, well, no, you have to eat a little something,
Right.
And just put a little fruit or something in a glass of water or something.
Exactly.
Because you guys been here for a little bit, past 4 hours.
Dudes take that serious.
They take it so serious, and I thought it was
they
the
really
most
do.
coolest but yet funniest thing. I was going in the back like, man, my brothers is tripping. Like, that's how I felt. Like, I
That
had
is funny.
a host of brothers and uncles up front, because they were just off the chain, but they had a good time. And to hear that feedback from the models, from the designers, from the beauty team, the wardrobe team, that everybody had a good time backstage, and then front stage, everybody had a good time. Marv held it down hosting. That's my brother from another, okay? He held it down for sure. He had a good time doing that. In the audience, loved him. And he probably would be one of the reasons why I'd be like, all right, I'll do another show just because I want Marv to host it again.
Right.
And shout out to DJ True, because he held it down as the DJ too. So we had a really good show, and then it was an open bar, so everybody was feeling really great.
Okay. Getting their stuff on. And I was about to tell her, thank you for this Belvedere.
Shout
If y'all can
out.
see it.
Right, Bel Air.
Bel Air. Oh,
Whoop,
no.
whoop.
Bel Air. There
Look,
we go.
blue.
Thank you. It's so cute.
You gotta call me and let me know how it tastes, because
Yes.
I haven't tried it, but I got it because it was pretty.
It is
My
pretty.
wife got one of those at home. I ain't never tried it.
Okay.
Has she opened it?
Probably not.
Probably
I
not.
was about to say, it looks too pretty to like
It's
open
too
up.
pretty, and it kind of like go with the room. So no matter where you at, it's like, I'm gonna put this in my dining room and just leave it there.
Real
Right.
spill.
Yeah, she got like a collection at the crib, so
Yeah, I'm the same way. So
So, Dawn, what sparked your interest about fashion or getting into that field? Was it something that intrigued you when you were a younger girl? Was it,
ooh, girl, you got time today? Go ahead.
yes, I do. That's why I'm asking.
Did it intrigue me when I was a younger girl, or was it what you were saying?
So, like, what inspired you? Is it something you saw on TV? Was it something like, okay, I'm about to start, I want to dress up my little baby dolls. Like, what was it?
Okay, so I don't know if it's any young lady watching this, but I was the girl after church and you got on your little satin slip or something like that before you get in the shower. I was remixing my satin slip. Like, when I say
Okay.
remixing, I was tying it on the side with like a hair bow. And then when I got out the slip and took a shower, came back, in my room, and then I'm like in a towel. I'm literally switching up my towel. Like I'm like, oh, this will look cute like this. Oh, and then I have a blanket, so I'm gonna take this blanket and I'm gonna add this blanket to this. And now I'm walking down the hallway like, look, Ma, look at my outfit. So I did that. The other thing was too, I used to see my mom, and back in the 90s, my mom and my aunties would go out and they would wear these bomb diggity 2-piece suede suits that would just be fresh, like in the 90s. The studs, and some of y'all out there know what I'm talking about. Like it had the little studs going down the lapel,
tell them nothing back in the day,
mini
honey.
skirt. Like it was like, dang, where y'all going when I grow up? I want to wear a mini skirt with a blazer and be sharp.
Shout out Mama Green.
Shout out Mom. Like now
She
I can say
looking sharp now, girl.
Thank you. Like now I can say I'm sharp because I'm auntie old now. But but that, and then I would see then I would be watching different music videos. And so June Ambrose is one of my favorite fashion stylists.
Yes, she.
Okay, and so and you watching it in a, like, because 90s got 3 eras in it, so late 90s, and I'm watching this video and I'm like, dang, like Missy Elliott, this dang on fat suit, sauna suit, she kind of rocking it with these goggles. Then you turn around and then you see Diddy and Mace, and you like, well, dang,
With
all
their
right.
shiny suits.
With their shiny suits, right? And you like, dang, who's this? And then you watching Hove, and you like, okay, hold on, wait.
With the button up, with the fitted hat, okay?
You blueprint. And
Rockaware.
So listen. And then you find out it's just one entity that was like literally making all of these staple points in the late 90s, and that was June Ambrose.
Interesting. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so I was like, once I found out it was her, I was like, oh my gosh, when I get older, I am going to be that person that everyone says, oh my gosh, who was that girl that did this and who did that and did that? And each
Giving everybody their instinctive look.
Yes, and then making it a staple in fashion that when you know what I'm saying, when kids got 90s day or early millennium day, they go on and they redoing those looks. So that was one of my highlights for sure.
So besides June Ambrose, like she is the woman of fashion, okay? But besides her, who are some of your people that you look up to or that you would like to work with as far as celebrity stylists or just local stylists?
Well, our local stylists is our celebrity stylists for sure. So I definitely have to pay homage to Marv Neal and Latrice Delgado Macon.
Okay.
Latrice Delgado Macon is my mentor as well.
Yes.
And
That's my homegirl.
that's my boo right there, okay? And Latrice and Marv, anybody who's a fashion stylist in the city of Detroit, those two paved the way for us.
And she was a pageant winner too.
Yep.
We was talking about pageants earlier, so I just had to throw that out there.
Miss
And she
Michigan.
running right now
Yeah,
because we
Miss
can vote
Michigan.
for her. Yeah.
Oh, she's running for another one.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Vote. Okay, so then also Marv as well. Like Marv so down to earth and humble. And I'll be giving him his roses, and he'd be like, "Just chill." I'll be like, "Listen, I want to give you your roses now. I want to give you your roses when you ain't around. I want to give you your roses on
Exactly.
social media. I just want to shout out, like, yo, I know this guy. Like, I can call Marv Neal and say, hey, yo, bro, I just got booked for something. Woo, 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 woo,
That is cool.
and I need help. You know, it's like, where do you think I need to go?" And I'll never forget, I turned down an opportunity on a project that he was working on, and he recommended me. And I told him, I was like, well, it wasn't within my reach for me to get this XYZ. And he was like, Dawn, I don't care if you got to go in your brother's wardrobe, your uncle's wardrobe, your auntie, your mama, your Graham's wardrobe. If you got to bring out retro furs, you don't ever turn down an
nothing,
opportunity
no.
because no one here you're able to pull from or XYZ or shit. Just call me. I recommended you. And I was like, okay. And from that day on, I was like, yeah, so I can do it. And I don't care if I got to go to my mama's wardrobe, my brother's wardrobe.
Was you concerned that you didn't have nothing to wear?
Oh, no, it wasn't me. It was for the client.
Okay.
Yeah. Or I will call
I got you.
Rosco is the standard actor size. I will call Rosco
In a minute.
in a nanosecond, okay? I will call and Roscoe has shown up and showed out for me on multiple occasions because I was like, hey, yo, Roscoe, woo, I can't find anything in this person's size, but what size are you? And I kind of like warm him up, like, yo, what size you wearing shoes again? You a 10 and a half, 11? Huh. What size you wearing pants again? And so we'll go from there. And Also for celebrity, Ruth, if I'm not mistaken, Ruth is the costume designer for Black Panther.
Okay.
Definitely love her. I think she also made maybe wardrobe for Color Purple. Don't quote me on that, but she's an awesome costume designer. Emily B, fabulous wife. She's amazing.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I love Emily B, especially for the way she styles. I remember she did an interview for Vibe, and she said that when she met Fabulous, it was for a photo shoot, and he said, "Don't have me out here looking crazy." She said, "You just
He be dressing so nice.
and she be dressing him. So she told him, like, all right, just you bring all your designer stuff, and I'm gonna thrift. And so when she thrift all the pieces and put it with the designer item, he was like, yo, like, you cold with this, because I would never thought taking this $7 shirt and, you know what I'm saying, putting it together with these $300 jeans, that it was be a look. So that's how they fell in love through fashion. That's what I took from it.
Right.
Who else is it? The young lady you sent to me earlier. Shout out to you. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. Misha Halton. She as well, because of course, Mary J. Blige, Little Kim, and hearing that whole
She is like the icon of icons.
yeah, she is. And to hear the conversation when Diddy talk about, Uptown Records, and he says like, oh yeah, so I was kicking it with this one lady. We know who you was kicking it with, Diddy, her. And Mary was coming up, and you was just saying like, yo, I like her looks, so y'all should connect. And then Mary J. Blige was just coming out with all of these fire looks, and Mary been walking.
Because just like you was talking about the Missy and the Jay-Z, like Mary have her own distinct look too.
She do. She does, for sure. So with all that being said, that's all I got.
Okay. So Rosco, I know you are into film. What type of film do you focus on? Is it independent films? Is it short stories? Is it drama? What type of projects do you kind of work on?
For the most part, I've done mostly all of which you've mentioned, except for a feature. I'm putting the final touches on my first feature film script as we speak now.
All right.
Yeah. But I've done short films mostly. I've done documentaries. I've done music videos. I love all types of films, really. I even, while I was still at Wayne State, I did my first foreign film.
Oh,
it was all in French, and it was shot here. I randomly came across a guy who was in my women's studies class. We barely spoke because we already knew what it was. Because if we spoke, see,
wow.
So we kind of like linked up on that because when we would say things, we would kind of like look at each other like, is it okay to say this? Because we ain't want no problems. But I told him about the script, and he was definitely down for it. I translated it, he translated it in French. I wrote it in English, and
that is cool.
That's one of the ones I won an award for, and it's been.
Congratulations!
Thank you,
Kudos to you.
Appreciate it. I just want to be a universal filmmaker, honestly, but I do want to tell Black stories.
Exactly.
Like one of my favorite, filmmakers is, of course, Spike Lee, John Singleton, of course, Antoine Fuqua, Gordon Parks, who shot for Life magazine. He was a photographer for Life magazine, but also he was the original filmmaker who did Shaft. And I watched Shaft when I was growing up, and I was like, yo, I want to be like him.
Right.
But I just love film. Film has always been, still is, one of the things that I can just look at and just still be amazed.
That's awesome. And also too, like, what is it that you can answer this individually, what do you want to do in the next year? I ain't gonna put 5 years on it. What do you want to do in 5 and 10 years? People be asking. What do you want to do in the next year?
Ladies first.
Wow, that's because it's going to give you more time to marinate on it. Wow.
I had to do that.
Well, within the next year, I would like to take over the world, Pinky. Within the next year, I would like to open up, from what I know of, one of the first showrooms in Detroit, Michigan.
Oh, yes.
For production companies to pull from, as well as fashion show stylists and
Oh, you need outfits for a award show? Oh, you need an outfit for the TV show? I Bring me my clothes back though when you finish.
You understand? And to pave that way for them, for the fashion stylists, is because I just know how it is. You know, when you're working on a project, you know you want these pieces, but then you get the pieces you want, right? And you want to stay in budget. That's how you continue to be hired, is by staying in budget, right?
Right.
And then, you know, they say we wrapped.
That is kind of cool though.
Yeah.
That you want to do that.
Yeah, I want to open it up. My overall goal is that everybody who is tied to the fashion community and really understands fashion here in Detroit, we were essentially the fashion city. It's not new.
Oh, tell it again.
We've been that, okay? And for us to be that, we need to understand that we don't have to leave. We don't have to take our talents to Atlanta. We don't have to take our talents to New York. We don't have to take it to LA. We can literally stay here.
You
because
got to bring them to you.
You got to bring them to you. So by us staying here is saying, hey, well, you want this. We have it here. Come to our city.
I mean, that's the same thing Atlanta did though.
You all right, so don't get me up in here preaching, okay? But to stay here and then open it up and teach fashion stylists. I'm self-taught. You know, I learned from mentors. I learned from networking,
That's
as
good.
well as I want to teach. You know, like teach at like CCS or teach at like U Prep school, just to teach a class for upcoming like youth who wants to be a fashion
Or have
stylist.
your own fashion, your own after school program or something like that.
I like that. That's
or
nice.
nonprofit.
I like that because
See, I'm good at that.
Thank you, because I have an intern. Sis has been flourishing. Shout out to my baby Kay. She came in, I say about mid this year, with under Dustle Daun as an intern. Model Anthony Brock. Okay, he's a teacher. Where's that? University Prep of Arts and Design. That's where he teaches at. And
Another DSA alum.
Yeah, and she graduated from the high school, but she came to me and was like, hey, Dawn, Anthony said that, Mr. Brock said that you'll be perfect for me to like intern with. I want to be a fashion stylist, and I'm leaving to go to school in Georgia. Kind of want to get accepted to Spelman, but I haven't been accepted yet, but I got accepted to she got accepted to 12 colleges. So I'm like, yeah, girl, come on over. So she came in. She did the pre-production for the fashion show. She was at every model call. She was at every dang near commercial we had to shoot. She was at, what else was she at? She was at pre-production of the show. She was at the production of the show, post-production of the show.
She's at the little thing that we had afterwards where all the designers came and you could buy their clothes.
Yep, I did a pop-up shop after that show.
That's cool.
So all the designers had an opportunity to,
sell their clothes.
Okay. So she came to that as well. And so then she did this presentation, and sis must have I know she showed up and showed out because she tagged me in a few of her videos of her giving her presentation of her opening up a space and XYZ and how she wanted the look, the layout, and everything. So I'm like, yes.
Did she open up like a boutique or?
Well, she wanted to open up a showroom. So I was telling her about what I want to do and XYZ.
So y'all gonna tag team then?
And I was like, oh my gosh, she's amazing. I'm so proud of her, right? And then she was like, Dawn, I just want to let you know, because of you, I realized I don't have to leave Michigan. I was able to meet different designers, different models, different makeup artists, networking, like you told me to do for my photo shoot, from my interning with you for the fashion show, and I'm going to stay here. And I was like, oh, okay. And she was like, I got a job as a visual merchandiser for Forever 21. So I'm going to also get my feet, grounded into that. So from that, she then got me recommended. So University Prep School of Arts and Design sent me an email, asked me to how many interns would I feel comfortable with for the upcoming school year. And I'm like, 2, just give me 2.
You're like, I don't need that many.
I don't need that many right now. Just give me 2. I just want two committed young adults who will be interested in learning about fashion and go from there.
We all been college students at one point, and it's like, they minds are so fresh. And I look back at those days like, man, I was so fresh in the mind. Now I'll be like, what do I got to do?
Yeah, and just really, and I'll tell anybody, I am a college dropout. And I went to college for business management and human resources, all tools that I do use for my own business.
Right.
And I do work a 9 to 5. And, you know, God is good because the job I have, you're supposed to have a degree. But however, I have this job.
Amen.
And all of the tools that I utilize within this job, I utilize within my business. So I tell anybody, chase your dreams, do the 9 to 5.
Yes.
And
I was saying that most recently to myself. I was watching this video of this lady. She's like, you have to really go for what it is that you want.
Yeah.
Like, we oftentimes get into a 9 to 5 job or take on projects, and that may not be what it is that we want or that we specialize in. And what I took out of that video, which I've probably known more than one time, but I'm like, what you doing, Siobhan? Go after what it is that you want.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, these last couple of weeks, I'm like, focus.
Yeah.
Clear focus on, although I still do that, period. But my train of thought was like, no, you need to actually do that.
Yeah.
Don't put, the reason why I'm bringing that up is because I got a promotion.
Come on now. Let's go.
But
Hey,
I said you can't get comfortable because you got that promotion.
yes. No, it's on. Feet on the ground harder.
You have to, exactly. So I just had to throw that out there.
Yeah, no, it's all facts, and one of the things is the goal is to retire from corporate America.
Okay.
And which I am focused on doing, you know, and having that person like a life coach who's keeping me on track, not allowing, and it's accountability. You know, when you have a life coach, it's an accountability person that you checking in with, and not to mention I have a host of.
Shout out Michelle D. Clark.
Okay. And
She's a life coach. Go
and
ahead.
also having a business advisor, and then not making somebody a accountability partner where you feel like they have to follow up with you. Shout out to my business advisor, Nikki G, okay? Because I made it a point to check in with her every Tuesday. So she doesn't contact me, I contact her and just give her a rundown of where I'm at, what I'm doing with my business, and then she gives me feedback on this is where you can go, this is what you can do. And
Exactly.
then shout out to my other business advisor, Donnell Miles, okay? So I have a male and a female. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, exactly.
All right, and I check with him monthly, quarterly, and he told me I can check in more. So I said, oh, well, be careful what you ask for.
Okay.
Because I'm coming for you. Every other week, you're going to be like, this girl done called me again. I'm like, yeah, so. And he laughed. And he like, baby, I'm praying for you, so I'm proud of you. And so I appreciate him a lot, and I appreciate Nikki G. They both are spiritual beings. They are
That's good to have
prayerful.
business
And so,
mentors and
yeah.
advisors and whatnot.
So to have that and not know, you know, when I feel like I want a bungee cord fat bleep snap, they, you know, bring me back and let me know every entrepreneur has that frustration, especially when you're working a 9 to 5, but don't allow that to overcome what it's meant for you. So Sarah Jake Roberts, that's my auntie from another mister. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna let Rosco go ahead and talk. I just reposted in my Insta story where she said, you don't get what you prayed for, you get what you waited for. So once you get what you waited for, then what you gonna do? You gonna actually have to continue to put in that work. And I was
Exactly.
like, you know what, girl, you better
Okay.
say it, okay? So that's all.
So Rosco gonna tell us what he want to do within a year.
He's gonna give us something very deep, so just wait.
The first thing that I want to do is I want to have my first feature film actually premiere.
Yeah.
Like the way what I'm doing
Look, we'll
is.
be there.
Oh, of course. You know, y'all better be there.
Yeah.
What I'm doing is I'm encompassing two things that I do very well, which is painting and film. So the first day is going to be possibly the art show that is connected to the film. And then the next day will probably be the actual movie premiere.
That is so cool.
Thank you.
You gonna have live art?
I was going to have probably art pieces that I've done already that are specifically for this show.
Okay.
Shout out to my boy Gino Harris, who is part of the Poe Man Art Collective. I'm actually going to be working with him soon on another art show that's coming up, August 6th to September 1st.
Nice.
Starting my birthday weekend.
Yes, yes. Are you a Leo too?
Of course we are.
Oh
Yes,
my gosh,
yes,
I love
yes.
Leos.
Yes,
Oh, thank
you know, Leos, we don't do that. Don't do
We
that.
in here. We in here.
But one of the other things that I want to do is I really want to take this modeling thing for real seriously. I recently got signed to Polish Models. Shout
Oh,
out
yeah,
to
that's right.
Christina and
Nice.
Tiffany.
Yes.
Thank you. If it wasn't for, like I was saying, if it wasn't for Dawn, if it wasn't for Latrice, if it wasn't for, you know, Les and any and everybody that has got me actually really saying that I am a model, I would not have been able to, you know, get signed to Polish Models. So I really want to see where this goes in regards to the modeling. I do want to go back to school for my my master's in film, you know, so you know, just in
Do your
case I do
thing.
want to teach, you know, I have that opportunity.
Exactly.
You know, I've thought about, you know, leaving, but you guys making it sound too good to be, you know, to leave. So I think I might stick around for a little bit. And plus, you know, Dawn wouldn't let me leave. But you know,
I'll bring you right back.
see what I'm saying? You know,
So leave us with this. What is some upcoming projects y'all have going on, and where can people reach y'all at?
Why you keep turning to me like, yeah?
So Dawn.
So, Dawn, what you got there? Oh, you really was doing that with me. Wow. Okay.
oh, you want me to go?
Dang, the Bestie Connect was off. Okay, sorry. So, upcoming projects that I have. So, last summer, I had the opportunity to be the head of wardrobe department for an upcoming movie called Power and Money.
Yes.
Super ecstatic for you guys to go see this movie because
Don't you got tickets too?
you know
She
it,
got
and I'm about to
tickets.
tell y'all what y'all need to do. No. Y'all can contact myself via Instagram, dusk till dawn _. That's DUSK TILDAUN _. And you could just say, hey girl, I want to get a VIP ticket because that's all I got. They're $50. The movie premiere is Saturday, August 27th at Fairlane Star. Yeah, which is in Dearborn. You want to be there because we have DeAndre Bonds, that's a lead in this movie. Director BZ Jones is not only directing the movie, but guess what? He's the lead too.
Oh, right.
We have Hazel Renee in this. We have Tori Monet. We have Fat Boy Tristan is in this movie as well, and everybody knows Tristan because he is one of the main characters from McGraw Ave, and a host of other actors in this movie. So you definitely want to be there. I'm telling y'all are in for a treat.
Okay.
With this one as well, and that's what I have coming up. I hope I'm not missing anything.
What's
Say
the
your Instagram
movie?
again.
What's your Instagram again?
Dusk DUSK TILDAUN _. And you said, what's that?
What is the movie about?
Power and Money is about two brothers who grow up in the 90s, and then they get separated because their mom and dad are not seeing eye to eye. So one brother comes back to the city, and that's when he reconnects with his brother and finds out basically what power and money can get you. And it's a drama. Might have a little laugh here and there in it, but it's a drama series, a drama movie, not a series. It's a drama movie. So that's all I can give you without giving it to you. But I'll tell you more later when we off air.
Okay. So do you know if they're gonna have it on any streaming or anything like that?
More than likely, it might be able to be streamed. I keep telling everybody this movie's going to be streaming on Netflix. I'm just going to put that out there.
Okay.
Netflix, Amazon, Tubi, of course, and then any other major streaming
You know
platform.
another good streaming platform is All Black. I've been watching like so many movies
You know
on
what?
there.
Yes, it is. So
I really like that.
I love it too. So that's one that's coming out, and then it's just another one. Love Goes is coming out. We just wrapped Her Husband's Enemy, so hopefully that comes out this year too. So I've been working like crazy. Skates
Yes. Okay.
on. Okay.
No, what they say? No days off.
No days off. I'm
days
like,
off.
what's sleep?
Okay. So what about you, Rosco?
Well, I have a fashion show that I'm in on July 23rd. It is for Hot Sam's.
So we're doing that together. I'll be there.
Oh,
Okay.
woo, woo.
Okay.
You know, shout out to Lauren.
Yes,
She's
shout out to
doing an
Lauren.
amazing job. We actually just dropped the promo video for it today. Shout out to My Touch Films, who did an amazing job of putting it
course.
together. That will be at Campus Marshes.
And that's an all males fashion show, by the way.
Yes. It's an all males fashion show, and we're gonna have a few ladies in there as well. But for the most part, it's resonating with the Black Wall Street, trying to build up the black, keeping the black dollar within the black community. That's what we're really, really trying to strive for. And it's one of those things you really want to come to. It's 2 events, but on one day.
Yep.
There's I think about 25 or so
The Black
black-owned
Bazaar.
business. Yes,
It's going to be 18.
about 18. About 18 different black-owned businesses that will be selling things down there. And then I think about 6 o'clock is when the fashion show is supposed to go on.
Yep.
Okay.
And live band. Yep.
And as far as that, other than that, I talked about the Poor Man's Art Collective art show that's coming in August 6th to September 1st. But
Where's it going
also,
to be at?
it's going to. I'll give you more information once I get it.
Okay.
I'm actually working on the art pieces now. So once again, shout out to Gino Harris. I'll have them ready for you by Friday. I promise.
Okay. Thank you.
And my birthday's coming up, so that's another
Yes,
thing that I'm.
right around the corner.
Yeah.
Yes. I can't. Do I have to say my age?
You don't
You
have,
have
to.
to.
Okay.
Look, we both said that.
I'm about to say because I'll be 31. I'll be 31.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'll be 31.
Ooh, to be 31 again.
Yeah. Don't do me like that. But I'm really still trying to figure out what I'm doing for my birthday. But for the most part, those are the 2 things that are coming up within the next month and a half or so. So I'm really excited about both, and I'm really excited for everybody for, being, rocking with me, and I continue to, rock with Daun, and like she said, no days off. I'm always working.
Yeah. And how can people get in contact with you?
Me. You can call. I'm just talking.
Oh, really?
No.
777-9311.
I was going to say 281-330-8004. That's my number. Holla at me. No, you can reach me at Rosco, ROSCO _ the artist. THE artist. That's my first Instagram.
Okay.
My second one is
Oh,
my
wow.
production Instagram, which is Sweet Obsession Productions.
Oh, that's a nice name.
Thank you. You can reach me on both of those, or on Facebook, Roscoe Davis. I'm easily accessible. If you can't get in touch with me, Dawn, Siobhan, somebody gonna get in touch with me and get in contact with me so I can, relay the message.
That's funny. I just had a caption today that says "Ocean waves and swimsuit obsessions." Yeah. So I thank y'all so much for even coming on my show.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity, for sure.
Yes. And again, we can catch you on that you really want to do your business for next year for the showcase.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You like yeah.
Yeah.
And
Look.
then Roscoe, you want to do your movie feature for next year.
Yes,
And
yes.
We got these fashion shows coming up.
Yeah, I'm always
Your
in.
showroom. There we go.
Yes,
there we go.
yes. I have a few. I have this film that I'm working on currently, but I'm also working with Dawn on her documentary. So,
And
either
she didn't
way,
even say nothing about no documentary.
because it's still working on it.
We still working on it.
Is it
Yeah.
a documentary about yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
It's about Dawn. Dawn.
Yes.
Yes. It's a lot of fun
Break of
times.
Dawn, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, that might be a nice name for the movie.
It might be, for sure.
Ready for that?
Yeah. For sure. We'll do that. Roscoe and I are good for that. By the way,
Exactly.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Appreciate y'all.
we appreciate you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank y'all so much for tuning in this evening to Expression Mode. Again, this is episode 6. Y'all have a good night.
Bye.